Welcome to practice. Our class today is going to be focused on opening through the heart space and around our shoulders and our scapula a little bit. I want to incorporate eagle arms throughout practice a couple of times, but I always like to talk about eagle arms before we arrive to those moments, just because eagle arms can be a tricky shape for the body. It's pretty unnatural for humans. So full eagle arms is double wrap. Scooch back a little bit. Okay, is option one. We wrap at the elbows, wrap at the wrists, and palms come to kiss. And then the lift of our elbows towards in line with our shoulders and hands moving slightly away from our forehead. If at any point during practice this doesn't feel good or this isn't accessible, you can also do a single wrap, so just wrap at the elbows and then bring the backs of your hands together. Yeah. Or you can also bring palms to kiss, forearms to kiss, and elbows to squeeze. And you just squeeze into center and lift your elbows towards in line with your shoulders. I really like this as an option or an alternative because it's really active and engaged. Sometimes in classes, teachers will offer this as an alternative for eagle arms. And one of the reasons I'm not really a fan of this is because when we take our hands down, it's really just this like rounding through our shoulders that is kind of like our default bad posture. So this forearm squeeze to center and lift is at least more active and engaged around the shoulder girdle. So feel free to take eagle arms. When I cue it, feel free to insert a different arm variation if there's something else that feels better for you. You can also just do hands at heart, right? Or goddess arms as well. I want to start in meditation, and we will set intention once we're grounding, and maybe starting in a seated meditation today. I know oftentimes we start in Shavasana when I teach, when we move together, but go ahead and find a comfortable seat this morning, either maybe cross-legged or on your shins or on a yoga block. And just take a moment to adjust until you're nice and comfortable. You feel held by the earth, your sits bones are grounded. Let your eyes drop shut. And go ahead and start with a deep breath in through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale to let go. And again, a deep breath in through your nose. And a cleansing exhale to release. And one more time, breathe in, fill up all the way to the tops of your lungs. And a cleansing breath out all the way to empty. Just let your lips seal and allow your breath to move through your nose. Try to maintain some of the fullness in your breath. And try to keep that slow, steady exhale all the way to empty. And as you expand every breath in and extend every breath out, allowing every exhale to be an invitation to release, a call to let go, an opportunity to set aside any clutter from your mind, any distraction, so that you can make space for an intention to move forward. As you clear away some of the clutter and distraction from your mind, you make room for intention. See if an intention or a devotion naturally arises into your awareness. focus point for you to hold as we move and breathe. If something doesn't come to mind right away, you can either leave that space open, allowing an intention to step forward as you begin to move your body in our flow. Or perhaps this morning, you choose to set an intention of honoring this time that you've set aside for yourself. And honoring that you've chosen to be here on your yoga mat for these 60 minutes, moving with mindfulness, in tune with your body and your breath. An awareness of what's present in heart and mind. Maybe honoring the fact that your decision to be here is a reminder to stay present. Is a reminder to stay rooted in the present moment and to let everything else remain at the outskirts of your awareness for these 60 minutes. Acknowledging that you deserve this time for yourself. That you deserve time to be your body and your breath present just for you. Not needing to impress anyone, not needing to tend to anyone else for 60 minutes. And taking this time to tend to your heart and your mind and your body and to nourish your soul. Whatever intention you'd like to move with today, go ahead and hold it in your heart. Maybe take one or both hands to your heart. We'll take one more clearing breath just to seal our intentions in. So go ahead and take a really full breath in through your nose. And then as you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. And then as your lips seal again and you breathe in and out of your nose again, go ahead and slowly make your way to your back body into a full body stretch. You'll start to reach your hands up and overhead when you're ready. Spread your fingers and spread your toes. Maybe take a couple circles to your ankles and your wrists. And stay here for an extra breath in. And as you breathe out, start to gather both your knees into your body. Maybe take a little rock from side to start, or circle your knees, stirring them to massage your low back. And then take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, keep your knees bent, but place your feet down at the earth. We're gonna set up for a gentle bridge pose. So heels stacked beneath your knees. Once you're ready, root down to the four corners of your feet and begin to lift through your pelvis. Slide your shoulder blades a little bit closer together so your collarbones can spread wider apart. Make sure that your chin isn't tucked too tightly towards your neck so that you have a really clear breath passage. Your inhales and exhales can move freely in and out of your lungs. And as you continue to push down to your feet, feel a little bit of length move into your body. Let your knees energize forward and feel your sternum energize backwards. Maybe imagine your breath could create more space between your ribcage and your pelvis, creating more room between your upper half and your lower half, and a little bit more decompression along your spine. So think tailbone stretches forward, sternum reaches away for one more big breath in, and then on your exhalation, slowly lower all the way down. Once your hips arrive to the earth, go ahead and reach your right leg to the ceiling and find a hamstring stretch for a moment. So as you reach behind your right leg, feel free to have some softness through your knee. If you want to find movement through your ankle, you can point, flex, and circle through your ankle for a breath. And then keep your right leg long for a moment. Start to reach your hands up and overhead like a full body stretch. We're gonna find a little core connection right away here. So as you inhale, slowly start to lower your right leg down towards a hover. Pull your navel towards your spine. And as you exhale, push through your left foot. Start to lift your right leg to the sky. Slowly lift your head and shoulders and reach forward towards the top of your yoga mat. Think about leading with your heart here. We'll take that 2 more times. So inhale, right leg lowers towards a hover. Reach your hands up and overhead, slow and strong. And exhale, push through your left foot. Lift through your right leg. Lift through your head and shoulders. And reach your sternum to the top of your yoga mat. Really drive down through your left foot. And 1 more time like this, we inhale, lower, open, find the expansion. On your exhale, push, lift, and reach. At the top, you're going to take your hands behind your head, elbows wide, and eagle stack your right thigh on top of your left. You can just zip your shins together as you lift your knees to stack over your hips. And on your breath in, you're going to tap your left foot towards the earth. It doesn't have to touch, but just tap your left toes towards the ground. On your exhale, lift your knees, and then lift your upper body and twist your left elbow towards your right thigh. 2 more times like that. So inhale, your left toes move towards the earth, let your head and shoulders open up. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, lift your knees, twist left elbow towards right thigh. Heart rotates to the right a little bit. Then 1 more time, inhale, open, left toes maybe tap the earth. Heart open to the sky. Exhale, lift and twist, left elbow to right thigh, heart slightly to the right. Now keep your eagle legs, let your head and shoulders relax back. And then drop your knees to the left into an eagle leg twist. Collarbones open to the sky. Take 2 breaths here. And use a little bit of core energy to bring your knees back to center. Unwind your legs. Take a moment in a modified happy baby. So hands to your shins, let your knees fall wide. Maybe take a deep breath through your nose. And a cleansing exhale out of your mouth. As you bring your knees back to neutral, you're going to keep your knees bent, place your feet to the earth, and then lengthen just your left leg to the sky. Reach behind your left leg, find your hamstring opening. Again, you can either just stay in stillness here, or you can find some movement with your left ankle. Point flex, maybe take a circle in one direction, then rotate the other direction. As you get really rooted through your right foot, keep your left leg lengthened to the ceiling for a moment. Extend your hands overhead. We'll breathe in to lower our left leg, feel your navel pull down. And follow your exhale to lift your left leg. Really drive down through your right foot as you lift through head and shoulders and reach forward. Try to lead with your heart so you're not pulling with your fingertips or your neck. Then inhale, slow motion, lower and expand, really taking your time to move in both directions. No momentum, just your core. Exhale, lift and slowly reach forward. You can feel your sternum be the lead as your sternum reaches to left knee. 1 more time like this. Inhale, lower your left leg, reach your hands up and overhead. On your exhale, root through your right foot. Left leg to the sky, head and shoulders rise. Now take your hands behind your head. Eagle stack your left leg on top of your right. As you lift your knees, zip your shins up. With your breath in, right toes are going to move towards the earth. They may or may not tap. On your exhale, crunch up and in and twist your right elbow towards your left thigh. Heart turns slightly to the left. Okay, last 2 like this. We inhale, tap open or move towards the tap as you open your heart. Exhale, lift and twist, right elbow, left thigh. 1 more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, curl in, rotate your right elbow towards your left thigh, heart slightly to the left. Let your head and shoulders drop back. Let your knees tip over to the right for your eagle leg twist. And just breathe in here nice and slow. And on your exhale, allow your collarbones to spread wide across your chest. Imagine your collarbones mounting across your heart space. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. And this time, as you rise back to center and unwind your legs, take happy baby again. This can be hands to shins, or maybe this time you reach up to your ankles or your feet. Nice and heavy through your hips. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Take a breath through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. And begin to make your way to your tabletop pose over your next breath or so. Either rock and roll forward and back, or feel free just to tip to either side and push your way up. You're going to spread your fingers wide across the earth, with your shoulders tucked over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale to a cow shape. So lift through your heart, lift through your tail, pull your navel in so you get a big stretch across your belly. Then exhale to your cat pose, head and tailbone drop. Slowly round the back of your heart up high, shoulders out of ears. Then inhale to your cow pose, heart and tailbone lift. And this time on your exhale, walk your hands forward, diving down into Uttanasana, hips high, chest low. Take a big breath here. You sink a little bit closer to the earth on your breath out. And then push through your hands. Use your core to lift your heart back up. Walk back through tabletop pose. Now we're going to take a tabletop gecko pose. So take your hands wider than your yoga mat as you tent your fingertips. You're going to dive your heart straight down towards the earth. Take your elbows wide over your wrists to stack. And imagine you can push your left elbow to the wall on your left, your right elbow to the wall on your right. That big spread across your chest. And squeeze in the earth with your finger pads. Inhale to rise back up. And your exhale, dip your right shoulder towards the center of your yoga mat and twist your heart towards the left. The next breath in, lift through center. Finding second, so you're going to dip your left shoulder to the center, gaze over to the right. And then big breath in as you lift up. This time, bring your hands back into your traditional tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath. Take your inhale. And as you exhale, hover your knees just above the earth. You're hovering tabletop pose. Really draw your navel to your spine as you push the earth away. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. Then one more inhale. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Stretch your sits bones up and back. And then take a moment to be right here. As you arrive into your down dog, feel each breath in and each breath out. Relax the weight of your skull. And when you're ready, walk forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Okay, softness through your knees, let your head hang heavy, tailbone lift up tall. The feet will lean a little bit forward and back. Then keep the softness in your knees. Inhale to a halfway lift, extend long from the crown of your head to your tail. And exhale, forward fold, let go. With your breath in, rise all the way to standard Hastasana. Reach the ceiling, and on your exhalation, a little softness in your knees, goddess your elbows wide. Feel your heart expand. With your next breath in, reach your hands to the ceiling. And exhale, forward fold, hinge to the earth. Halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And as you breathe out, go ahead and step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. So left foot's back, right foot is forward. Sink your left knee to a hover cow lunge. Take a big breath in, reach your heart forward. And then as you exhale, lengthen your legs to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. Any amount of extension of your hamstrings. As you bend into your right knee again, we're going to step forward to a cross-legged forward fold. Cross your left ankle behind your right. Your pinky toes do not need to line up. And again, you can have softness through your knees, let your head hang heavy. All four corners of your feet anchored to the earth. Take one more breath here. And one more breath out. And wind into a traditional forward fold and inhale to your halfway lift. On your exhale, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, bending your second side of your lunge. Use your inhale to hover your right knee and open your heart forward. Your exhalation, lengthen through your legs, your cat lunge, your hamstrings extend. We bend into your front knee. Cross your right ankle behind your left, cross-legged forward fold. You soften over your thighs, head heavy. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Unwinding into a traditional forward fold again. Inhale to one more halfway lift here. On your exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step your feet to the back of your yoga mat. You're gonna hold right here as you breathe in. Your knees can be up or down. And stay as you exhale. As you inhale forward to your tippy toes, lower slow motion all the way to your belly. Think shoulders out of ears, stretch the crown of your head forward. Keep your elbows hugged in close and release all the way to the earth. And untuck your toes at the bottom. Breathe into a low cobra, press through your toenails and pull your heart forward and up. On your exhalation, go ahead and lower right back down. And inhale to a low or a high cobra. So feel free to lift up a little bit taller this time. To keep your shoulders out of ears, a little bend through your elbows. And exhale to release. Last shape here is going to be our Gecko Pose again. So take your hands wider than your yoga mat. As you tent your fingertips, breathe in to lift your heart any amount. On your exhale, drop your left shoulder to the center, look over to the right. And use your inhale to lift your heart again through the midline. And exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the center, look over to the left. Good, breathe in, lift, lengthen through center. On your exhale, pull your heart forward as you lower down. Hands by your low ribs, breathe into a low cobra, high cobra, or your upward facing dog. And then when you're ready, exhale to your downward facing dog, send your sits bones to the sky. On your downward facing dog, you're going to inhale to a three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up and back. On your exhale, shift forward as if you're going to a one-legged plank. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. You can either hover your right leg or your right toes can tap your left heel. And as you breathe in, three-legged dog, lead with your right leg. Use your core to pull your right leg back to the sky again. With your out breath, bring your knee towards your nose and hold here. Stay for your inhale and stay for your exhale. Three-legged dog, breathe your right leg up and back. And exhale your right foot forward in between your thumbs. Take a big step to the top. As you spin your left heel down to the earth, you're going to find your way into your warrior two. So strong through your legs, root through your feet, rise all the way up to your warrior two. Settle into the power of your right thigh. And then keeping the right thigh bone nice and heavy, go ahead and reverse your warrior. Reach your right hand up and back as you breathe in, get that side body stretch. And exhale, side angle, hinge forward. Reach your left hand to the sky. With your in breath, reverse your warrior one more time. Right hand reaches tall. Then on your exhale, you're going to go into a little bit of deeper side angle. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot if that's available. You can also go back to elbow to thigh as your variation. Then last time here, inhale to reverse your warrior, reach all the way up and back. This time on your exhale, windmill down into a low lunge. As you unhook your back heel, you're going to turn all 10 toes to the right for a horizon lunge. So maybe wiggle your right foot back quite a bit if you need to. Now flex your feet and then turn your heart open to the right. So get this big stretch to the outside of your right seat. And like your sideways half pigeon. On your inhale here, reach your right hand to the back of the room. Option to sink your hips down a little bit as well. And as you exhale, you're gonna rise up, rotate all 10 toes to the left, to the left, to the left, until your left knee bends for a side lunge. So you're facing the long edge of your yoga mat. You can be in side lunge or you can be in Skandasana. So opening up our hips a little bit before we focus again on our shoulders and our heart space. So from your side lunge or Skandasana, pivot to the back of your yoga mat. So low lunge, facing the back of your yoga mat. Strong through your legs, high crescent, and rise all the way up as you breathe in. Good. At the top, ego rock your right arm underneath your left, or find the arm variation that you'd like to work with. Now with your eagle arms, shoulders are out of ears, elbows lifted in line with your shoulders, hands away from your face a little bit. Go ahead and breathe and lift your elbows to the sky, find a baby back bend. And as you breathe out, unravel through goddess arms, open your elbows wide, hinge your heart forward to an airplane lunge. So just the lunge, chest is proud, feel your left glute straight, press your left toe to the earth. So you hold for breath in and stay for breath out. Push to your left foot, high crescent on your inhale. And then go ahead and open arm twist to the left as you exhale, reach your left hand back, reach your right hand forward. Feel that big stretch in the front of your right hip. We'll inhale to exalt, right hand reaches to the sky, left hand maybe to right hamstring or low back. And on your exhale, keep the twist, use your core to lower your right hand down to the earth. And reach your left hand at the ceiling, twisted low lunge, big breath in. On your exhale, left hand lands to frame your left foot. Step back into your high plank pose, left foot meets your right. On your inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Open your heart up, dog or cobra, big breath in. And then back to downward facing dog. Your exhale pulls your pelvis up and back. Once you find your way to down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky, three-legged. On your exhale, shift forward towards your one-legged plank. Option to tap your left toes to your right heel. And then inhale, three-legged dog. Your glute and your core pull you up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward, shoulders out of ears. Hold for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. Three-legged dog. Re-extend your left leg to the sky. With your exhalation, land your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your right heel down, preparing for warrior two. Once you're really earthy through your pelvis, lifted through your heart a little bit, press it down and root to rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Sinking into your depth, take a moment here. And then following your next breath in, when you're ready, you're going to inhale to reverse your warrior. Scoop your left hand up and back. On your exhale, side angle, slowly tip forward, right hand to the sky. Again, we inhale to reverse, left hand lifts up tall. Exhale, side angle, option to go a little bit deeper to be left hand towards the earth and side of your left leg. One more round, inhale to reverse, left hand rises all the way up and back. Now exhale, low lunge, frame your left foot with your hands. As you unhook your right heel, pivot all 10 toes to the left, horizon lunge. Flexing through your feet, roll your heart open, so think really wide through your collarbones. It's like side plank to the right side of your body. With your feet flexed, reach your left hand towards your right foot. Option to sink through your hips as well. Big breath in. Exhale, rise and rotate to the right. Keep turning to the right, to the right, to the right until you bend your right knee for your side lunge or your skandasana. If you need to adjust your feet, you can. Side lunge or skandasana. Take one more breath here. And then we pivot again to the right, this time into our high crescent lunge. So once your feet are about hips distance, strong through your legs, rise all the way up to your high crescent. In your high crescent, you go wrap your left arm underneath your right, or again, choose your arm variation. Okay, strong through your center, shoulders out of ears. Big breath in, lift your elbows towards the sky a little bit. Think about lifting your elbows up away from your heart. On your exhale, unwind through goddess arms. Really take your time, press your elbows back, pull your front ribs in, and hinge your heart forward to your airplane lunge. So keep your heart lifted. Press down through your right foot crazy strong as you hold for breath in. And as you stay for your breath out. Breathe into your high crescent. On your exhalation, open arm twist to the right. Reach your right hand back in space. Left hand stretches forward. We inhale to exalt. Scoop your left hand to the sky. And then on your exhalation, twisted low lunge, use your core to bring your left hand down to the earth and your right hand to the ceiling as you twist your heart open. One big breath in. We exhale our right hand down to the earth. Step back to your high plank pose. Right foot meets your left. Inhale forward. Exhale vinyasa or down dog. And go ahead and pause in your down dog or take a child's pose for 3 slow breaths. Just taking a moment to check back in. Allowing this to be an opportunity to come back to your intention, or for an intention to show up if you left that space open at the beginning of your practice. I'm just holding that reminder at your heart as we take one more breath here. Okay, we're gonna meet back in downward facing dog. We're gonna move through one more big layer of standing flow, adding a little bit of balance in, and then we'll start to find some deep stretching on the earth. So go ahead and find your way to your down dog if you're not already there. As you find your downward facing dog, use your inhale to lift your right leg to the sky again, 3-legged. With exhale, shift forward to tap your right toes towards your left heel, or again, this can just be a 1-legged plank. 3-legged dog, breathe and pull from your right glute and your core. Exhale, right knee towards your nose, shift forward. Hold for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. 3-legged dog, right leg rises to the sky. As you breathe out, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Revisiting our cow lunge, inhale your left knee to a hover. This time as you exhale, we're going to go to standing split. So press to your right foot as you breathe out. Inhale, sweep your left toes to the sky, standing splits. Feel free to have any amount of softness to your right knee. Head hangs heavy. So this is building off our cross-legged forward fold that we took at the very beginning of practice. You can hold here. We're going to inhale towards our Shiva squat. So as you bend both your knees, maybe your left knee crosses to the outside of your right calf. Heart lifts at the bottom. Exhale, push your right to send your left toes tall for your standing splits. 2 more here. Inhale, bend, tap. The power of your right glute. Exhale, push your right foot to re-extend. One more time, breathe in, sink it low. Long, strong spine. Exhale, push down to reach tall. Then from here, go ahead and step into your chair pose. Left foot's going to meet your right. Drop down through your seat and slowly lift up through your heart and your hands. Big breath in. With your exhalation, airplane your arms beside you. Lean to your left foot, come to your right to be top. Give your left leg a moment to calibrate. And then once your left leg is ready to support you, rise all the way up to stand with your right leg one-legged Tadasana, full in breath. With your exhalation, eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. And elbows lifted, nice squeeze. Option to extend your right leg forward if you want a little added challenge here for the right quadricep to extend and light up. An eagle arm airplane pose, slowly pendulum swing your right leg back. You can always ditch the eagle arms and take a traditional airplane. Otherwise, let the eagle arms be a nice balance challenge here. You can have any amount of softness to your left leg. Let your fingertips reach forward. Energize through your right foot. Take one more breath in. Eagle arm crescent. Keep the eagle arms if you have them. Place your right toes to the earth. Lift your fingertips to the sky with your inhale. Eagle arm variation of your choice. On your exhale, you're going to dip your right knee to a hover. Round your upper back as you pull your navel to your spine. A little cat curl crunch. Then inhale, rise back up with your eagle arms lengthen. Same thing, exhale, dip your right knee to a hover, curl crunch. Pull your navel in real strong. Your ribcage is still stacked over your hips, so try not to lean forward. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale, so leaning forward, curl back, round, round, round as your right knee hovers with a big stretch to the front of your right hip. Then inhale, rise up. This time you're gonna exhale, unwind through goddess arms, open your chest. As your hands go behind you and you hinge forward, option to interlace your right thumb on top of your left. Keep your bind, rotate your right heel down to the earth, lifting up with your bind. Take an inhale. Stay here or humble warrior as you exhale. So think about as you hinge forward, plugging your left thigh bone into your pelvis. Option to dive towards the inside of your left thigh. Then maybe recommit to the lunge once you start to dive down. Try to create space between your shoulders and your ears. Strong for one more breath here. Pull your navel in. You press to your feet, start to rise back up. Use the bind to help lift your heart and head. At the top, spread your wings wide for your warrior two. Just one time, inhale to reverse, left hand to the sky. On your exhale, low lunge, windmill your hands down. As your right hand finds the earth and you unhook right heel, pivot your toes to the left for your horizon lunge. For that glute stretch to your left side, reach your left hand high. Big breath in, option to sink your hips, reach your left hand to the back of your yoga mat. On your exhale, rise and rotate forward. Step back to your high plank, take a chaturanga, or go directly to downward facing dog. And once you find your way to downward facing dog, take a moment just to breathe in and out. Then use your core to walk your hands back to your feet. So in a forward fold, the back of your yoga mat. Soft through your knees, heavy through your head. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Head and tailbone stay heavy. Slowly start to roll up your spine to stand. So let the back of your heart lead the way. Let everything else follow. Really slowly. Once you're standing, inhale, reach your hands to the sky. On your exhale, you're going to dolphin dive forward. So your hands are going to create this little like dolphin nose. And then roll back down, dolphin diving forward. Into your forward fold. Use your core to walk your hands back to your downward facing dog. Just giving your spine a little bit of love before second side. And then inhale your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, shift forward. Again, this can be a one-legged plank, or you can tap your left toes to your right heel. As you breathe in, three-legged dog, left leg pulls you up and back, your core is strong. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders out of ears as you shift forward. Hold for your inhale, and stay for your exhale. Three-legged, we re-extend with a big breath in. Then left foot lands to the top of your yoga mat as you breathe out. One time cow lunge, we inhale right knee to a hover, pull your heart forward. Exhale, guides us towards our standing splits. Begin to push through your left foot. Inhale, sweeps your right toes to the sky. Staying here or finding your Shiva squat. Maybe start to bend and tap, sink low, pull your navel off of your left thigh to get low. And push through your left foot to re-extend right toes to the sky. Breath in. Two more here. Exhale your Shiva squat, really light through your fingertips, strong left leg. Proud chest, push through your left foot, re-extend with your breath in. One more time, we sink it down, Shiva squat. And then inhale to extend, standing splits. To your chair pose, right foot's going to arrive to the earth. Your sits bones reach back in space and then drive through your heels to lift through heart and hands. Big breath in. Airplane your arms. Shift into your right foot from the left to be tall. So try to lean all of your energy to your right foot. Your left foot's barely on the earth. You're just giving the right leg a heads up that it's about to hold our body weight. Once your right leg feels active and engaged, rise up with your left leg, one-legged Tadasana. Big breath in. Option for the eagle arms here. We sweep your left arm underneath your right. Then think shoulders up, ears, elbows lifted in line with shoulders, and hands away from face. Feel free to kick your left leg forward first. Feel the squeeze of your quad. Stay tall through your torso. And then eagle armed airplane or traditional airplane, start to fly back slowly. Try to slow down your breath here as you have one more cycle just to explore your airplane variation. Stepping to an eagle arm crescent. You're discovering your eagle arms if you'd like to work with them or finding whatever variation works for you. Breathe in, lift your elbows. Exhale, left knee comes to a hover as you curl crunch. Pull your belly way back. Imagine you could pull your elbows through to the back of your body. Let your head hang for a second. And inhale, lift and lengthen. Two more, exhale, dip and curl. Strong press through your feet. Inhale to rise. I know that's a lot. We just have one more. Exhale, dip, curl. Right heel strong, left toe strong. Inhale to rise. Unwind through your goddess arms. As you hinge forward towards your airplane lunge, option to interlace your left thumb on top of your right this time for your chest expansion bind. Then lift your torso tall. Rotate your left heel down, so you're in warrior two stance. You can stay here, just open your collarbones wide or take a big breath in. And your exhale option for humble warrior. Perhaps you dive towards the inside of your right leg. Really lunge into your right knee, pull your belly up and in. Be kind to yourself, especially if this is extra sticky in your body this morning or today, whenever you're practicing this class. As you push through your feet, rise back up slowly with your bind strong through your legs. Push, 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 and warrior two. Okay, settle. One time, reverse your warrior, deep breath in. And then low lunge, exhale your hands down. As your left foot unhooks, spin your toes to the right, horizon lunge. Wiggle your right foot to where you need it. Open your heart, right hand to the sky. Breathe in, reach your right hand to the back of your yoga mat. Invitation to sink your hips as well if you'd like. On your exhale, rise and rotate forward. Vinyasa or down dog. Take one more flow if you would like. Feel free to skip it as well. And from your downward facing dog, go ahead and breathe in, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, then step or hop to the top, forward fold. Okay, soften through your knees, head and tailbone heavy, arms heavy. Slowly start to roll up to stand one more time. As you roll up, again, just letting the back of your heart lead the way. Everything else follows. Really take your time here. Feeling every moment along the way. At the top, inhale, reach your hands high. And again, we're going to dolphin dive forward. So your hands become like the nose of the dolphin. Roll down your spine again. Tuck your chin. Roll down, 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 down. All the way to your forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. On your exhale, bend your knees and have a seat to the earth. Okay. We're gonna spin open into a straddle. So first we're gonna do like a little engagement exercise here, a little engagement through our core and quads and hip flexors, and then we're gonna take our fold. So finding your straddle, you can point through your toes, and then walk your hands. Let's go to frame our left thigh first. Bring your fingertips to frame your left thigh. You can also bring your palms to the ground. I think fingertips is a little bit easier. Proud through your chest, get really tall through your torso. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna lift your left leg up. You might not lift up very high. We're gonna lift up and hold for 5. Strong core for 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Maybe a little massage. It's normal for it to cramp a little bit, and then hands will frame your right thigh. Same thing, reaching through your right toes, tall through your torso. Take an inhale. Strong quad and core. Exhale, lift your right leg as high as you can. It might not lift very high or at all. Think about using your belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Ooh, maybe shake it out, maybe massage it out. And then we're going to do both at the same time before we take our forward fold. So hands in front of you. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, try to use your core to lift your legs up any amount. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Whew, that one's always really sneaky. Give it a little massage. And then let's find our butterfly for our fold actually. So bring the soles of your feet together. You can adjust your hips as close to your feet as feels good for you. You can always change your mind in that. There's a little bit of exploration to find the angle that feels right. Then go ahead and breathe in. You can hold on to your ankles if you'd like. Lift your heart. On your exhale, draw your chest forward. So you can use your hands to encourage you forward. Try not to press your elbows into your knees and force your knees wide. A little bit of encouragement is fine, but just not trying to force the body to anywhere it's not ready to be. You can also walk your hands forward instead if you'd like. Maybe allow your head to hang heavy. Take 3 cycles of breath. Go ahead and rise back up unless you want to stay a little bit longer. Cross your right ankle or right shin bone rather in front of your left to a cross-legged seat. With your inhale, circle sweep your hands to the sky. Then your exhale, you're going to take your right forearm in front of your left, bringing your hands to your elbows. So this one's like not a lot of room to work with here, but forearms cross, hands to elbows. Think about your shoulders settling into your torso at the same time pushing your elbows up into your hands that are holding them. Pull your front ribs in, elbows move slightly back in space. And try to lift your chin off your chest. We're gonna lean over to the left and then draw a big circle. So think about keeping this in your upper thoracic spine. So instead of rounding forward too much, just round around the scapula, your shoulder blades. Tip, tip, tip forward, draw a big circle to the right, to the right, to the right. And eventually open into the side bend to the right. Lean back up, think almost like cow spine, so heart and tailbone open. And then we're gonna go the opposite direction, lean over to your right, try to spin the opposite direction of whatever you did. Again, try not to roll forward too far, keeping this more in the mid to upper back. Think about catting just your upper spine as you roll through center and over to the left. Ooh, and maybe a little cow spine at the top as you open, chin up, chest. Exhale, let your arms move through goddess and beside you. Okay, give your arms a moment. Switch out your shins. So bring your left shin in front of your right. And then we'll give our arms one more moment before we take second side. Give yourself a deep breath through the nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. We're going to do the second side, and we're going to be on the earth for a final twist and Shavasana. So circle sweeping your hands up high. Take your left forearm in front of your right. Hands to elbows. And again, you want your elbows moving back in space, but you want your front ribs to stay as knit as possible and chin off your chest. It's going to be pretty sticky. This is a sticky one. Let's tip over to the right first. Pulling through your front ribs. Again, cat through your upper spine only. So think about keeping this in the area around your shoulder blades. Cat spine through center towards the left. To the left, to the left. And then completing that side bend into the circle, a little cow spine moment at the top. Lift your chin, heart, and gaze. And then we'll reverse, tip over to your left. And circle through center. So again, trying to keep this in the mid to upper back. Trying to just cat your upper spine, staying tall through your lower half. You'll eventually find your way over to your right side bend. And then complete the circle with a little cow moment. Lift your heart, your chin. Slowly release your arms beside you. And then rotate to the top of your yoga mat. Scooching forward, anchor your heels into the earth. So flex your feet and drive them into the ground from the strength of your body. Reach your hands out in front of you with a big breath in. And exhale, slowly start to lower all the way down. Taking your time, maybe trying to keep your heels anchored the whole time as you release to the earth and find your full body stretch. Reach from your fingers to your toes, big breath in. Bring your knees into your body as you breathe out. Drop both knees over to the left, gentle twist. Take 2 to 3 cycles of breath here. And then you're just going to take your time to bring your knees to center to second side. Eventually, as your knees tip to the right, maybe gaze to the left, you'll take 2 to 3 breaths here. And then bring your knees back to center when you're ready. Take your time, curl your nose up to your knees, give yourself a big hug, stretching to the back of your body, to the nape of your neck. Breathe into the back of your body. And then exhale to your Shavasana as you're ready. Allow everything to lengthen out. Allow your eyes to drop closed. And as you adjust your body to the support of the earth, Allow the weight of your head, shoulders, and hips to become heavy with each breath out. So every inhale reminds you to stay present to this moment here and now. And every exhale allows another part of your body to get a little bit heavier and to sink a little bit deeper into the support of the earth. With every breath in, you're reminded to be here now. With every breath out, you're reminded to let go, to release, to surrender away any unnecessary holding or tension and tightness in the body, heart, and mind. And in these last couple minutes of your practice, allowing yourself to shift into the seat of the mindful observer, witnessing awareness, to shift into the seat of the listener. And sometimes it's okay if we don't have an answer or a response. Sometimes it's okay just to listen. I think sometimes we forget that we can just listen and hold space for ourselves and for each other. We don't always have to have something to say. You don't always have to have an answer to every question that we're asked. We can leave that space open. Oftentimes when we lean back and just listen, you realize that the answers that we were seeking were already there. Sometimes it's just that our mind is being loud, or the world around us is loud. And the whispers of our heart are having a hard time breaking through that clutter. So listening to the subtle sensations and sounds around you and within you. Listening for the answers that you're seeking. Take just one more moment to be right here. Maybe you start to deepen your breath, allowing each breath in and each breath out to lengthen. As you deepen your breath, and check in with your body if you're ready to bring some movement back in. Maybe start with your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe an inhale reaches your hands up and overhead into a full body stretch. And as you exhale, allow your hands to arrive at your heart. We take this final moment of our practice just to pause, to recognize what a gift it is to have this practice available to us. What a privilege it is to have access to this practice, to have a space to which we can come as we are and move and breathe and receive. And so in deep, deep gratitude of this practice, this community, of our bodies, our physical vessels, and our breath that sustains us. And take one more clearing breath all together, one more breath of gratitude. And go ahead and inhale through your nose. When you're ready, an open mouth exhale to let go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live more authentically and love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here, for showing up for yourself and for this little community. And namaste.